Welcome back to Pedalboards of Doom. My name is Scott Gaylor. I am here today to talk to you about the Opus from TwoNotes Audio. The Opus is a Swiss Army knife. It does everything you can possibly imagine and should be in every guitar player's gig bag. And I'm going to tell you why. So what you heard in the intro quickly was just a preset that I built. That is based on my Mezzo Boogie Mark IIB Coliseum 300 plus something blah blah blah. And it is kind of as close to my stock sound as you can get. And it's pretty straightforward. Now, why did I build a sound in this? Well, because I want to be able to use this when something goes wrong in my rig. I do a lot of backline gigs, or I've done a lot of backline gigs, and you never know what you're going to get when you show up. You can ask for a Fender Twin or for a Marshall JVM or go through a laundry list of things you can ask for. You don't know what you're going to get. You can only hope for the best. And I am not at the level where I can make demands once I get there and be like, I can't play if I don't get XYZ. I got to make do. So I could simply plug my pedal board into this, or already have it on my pedal board, go straight to work, make the noise, and I'm good to go. Best thing about it, it's MIDI. And it's adult MIDI. Let's see if I can get that in the camera. There we go. It's adult full-size mini. So, or as Mick would say, M1D1. It is the 1/8" protocol, so the headphone size jack style thing, into a full size 5-pin, which is great, and it's included with the pedal, one less thing to buy. Plugs right in, easy program change. I could set up 3 sounds, a clean, a dirty, and a rhythm, and I'm off to the races. Now, I would already want to have that done ahead of time, so if my rig goes down, again, this is something very easy to hook up, or something I can use on the fly, say with my Boss MS3, or even with my great big rig with the ES8 and all the switching and all the craziness. So that's what this is, man. This thing is a Swiss Army knife. So how does this all work? Well, hopefully, let's see. I'm going to go in here, and now I got the app going. The app is now going, so we should be able to see some sound. There we go. You see the levels move. I'm going to have the app up on the screen, and this is it. So this is, go to the view. This is the Nifty 50. Gain is on about 75%. I'm using 6L6s. I'm using the pentone mode. Everything you can see right there. I'm using Hall B with a little bit of reverb, set to room. It is super chunky. These are low output pickups. Everything is coming right now from the TwoNotes. Nothing else going on here. Now I've got pedals on here, and actually I need to set this back to phaser for a moment because I had this, because I was playing with something earlier, and I don't know if I reset that, so I guess we're going to be in for a surprise when I turn that on. But you can run pedals into the front of it just like you would anything else. This can also be an IR loader. It can be everything but, and this is a big but, it is not a load box, okay? So if you're going to have your head hooked up to this and you're going to be using it to, say, in this case, let's go back to this, I'm using a Friedman cabinet, and I want to use that cab, I have to have a load hooked up to my amp. So you could use a captor, you could use a captor X, you could just turn off certain things. You could use a Wazate, you could use 100 things you could use. Or you could just have your head, this in between, then have an IR go into front of house out of the XLR, and then use your regular cabinet on stage. You can use it for your in-ear mix. You can use it for all sorts of stuff. It is really a great little tool. But let's go back to this for a minute. I'm using a Ribbon 121 and a Dyne 57, which is your standard SM57. And you can hear it. It's locked in. Now I can change how I want that perceived, I can change, say, take the 57 down. Which really kills a lot of the volume. Take the 121 down. Let's bump them all back up right where they were at. Oops, that's too much. Well, okay, so I've screwed this up. So you know what? I'm going to go back into here. And instead of trying to redo it, I'm just going to go back into my original setup. There we go. So nothing was saved. Since nothing was saved, it's a very easy fix. Now you got to see me screw up in real time. But if I go back in, I can now take this, keep my same mic setup, and change cabs. So let's see what else we got. Let's move forward. Whoops, there we go. Not really a fan of that. Let's see what else we got. Kind of dig that. That's not too bad. So what else we got? Move through. Next one. Man, this app does not like my callous fingers. I kind of like this. I don't know what is this. Is the Tone Master? Oh, I dig that. That's cool. What else we got in here? Let's go back a few. Let's go into Torpedo. You know what? Let's do One Fried Lexi. Let's see what this is all about. So now we've got... this is very martially, so... Not gonna get that copyright strike. Okay. All right, that's very cool. Dig that. Let's see what else. What do we got in these sounds? Let's see. Let's play with some sounds. We're gonna go back to Torpedo. This is the stuff that's actually loaded in. There's a memory card where I could load and unload different sounds. Let's go Furious George. Let's see what that's all about. Well, that's George Lynch's cap, so I'm assuming this is a George Lynch sound. Definitely. Dig it. All right. Very cool. Let's see what else we got here. Let's drop down. Furious George. Let's do well, Puppet Master. I'm assuming this is going to be Metallica. Not a tone I dig, but I got it. Okay, so here's a cool thing. It's got a tuner. If I hit that little pitchfork, it's going to let me tune it right straight up. And like every Gibson, that G string doesn't like to play nice. I know somebody's in the comments can tell me I'm doing something wrong, but I still love my Gibsons regardless. Alright, definitely not my vibe, but I get it. Let's go back in here. Let's find, is there anything, let's go Clean Pretender. Let's see what that is. I'm assuming that's a clean sound. Let's see what amp this is based off of. Let's switch our view. Okay, so there's that phaser. And let's change it that way. There we go. Alright, dig that. Let's see what else we got here. Let's go one more, and then we'll play with building a sound after this. Drop D me. This should be fun. Oh, I hit the wrong one. Let me go back. Drop D me. Where'd it go? Right there. Okay, not what I was expecting at all, to be honest. It's not terrible, though. All right, let's go back. So let's go create a sound. Let me go into Scott 1, and we're going to change it. So I can pick my amp here. Right now I've got the Nifty 50. And I'm going to change power section. I'm going to go to KT88. I'm going to change from pentode to tritode. Tritode, excuse me. Definitely changes it up. Let's put some highs back into this. I'm going to change this to a spring. Let's go to a spring. Go to room. I kind of dig that. All right, so let's look at this cab now. All right, I like this cab. Let's start there, and let's go get rid of this 57, and let's go with a condenser 87. Alright, so this is really cool. Now let's bounce out of this for a minute. And let's go back to the other. There we go. So let's go into the learn, right? We're going to learn the gate. So that's perfect. If you're recording at home and you're using this and you're in an environment like I'm in right now, so I've got amps, cabinets, RF everywhere. That just took care of it for me. Done. All right, so let's see. Can it take a rap pedal? Yeah, it sure can. All right, let's have some fun and add an octave pedal to that. All right, so now I want to save that, right? This is very simple. I'm going to hit that button that says save on it. And I'm going to rename this Pedalboards of Doom. Saving it. There we go. So now if I go into my torpedo setting, scroll all the way down, there it is. So there you go. That is the TwoNotes Opus. Now, I love this thing. This thing is just simple. It's easy to use. It's easy to program. It's a lifesaver. It fits in the gig bag. It's small. It's lightweight. It doesn't take up a ton of power. You can very easily use it with a power brick of any sort. It's it, man. And it's so simple. Everything else is like menu diving and all this craziness. What do I got? I've got a bunch of amps I can choose from. Okay. Looking through a bunch of different amps. There's bass amps in here. There's acoustic simulation in here. So you could play an acoustic with a piezo and make it sound like a different acoustic with a piezo. I'm not going to go crazy with all that. There's bass stuff in here. There's so many videos. This is a quote-unquote legacy prod. I wouldn't say legacy. It's an older piece of gear at this point. And so there's Tom Quayle did a great video. RJ did a great video. Jay Leonard J. All these guys have done some really deep dives on this. I'm not going to deep dive it. But I'm telling you, for quickness, something you could grab. Let's say you're on the road. You run into a Guitar Center or somewhere. I almost said Sam Ash. You run into a big box retail somewhere. I promise you can grab one of these, a few $100, and most of your problems are going to be solved. Too cool. It's definitely, it's that Swiss Army knife, man, just like I said in the beginning. All right, my name is Scott Gaylor. You've been great. Hope you enjoyed it. I will talk to you all very soon. Hit like, hit subscribe, tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell everybody. We are giving away something. I don't know what. You're going to have to ask Lee that when we hit 200,000 subs over on our Facebook group. So join us there. We are trying very hard to get to 10,000 subs here. And anything you can do to help us get there, that would be great. I hope you all are having an amazing day. I will see you all very soon. Peace.